The next talk is Games and Fun on Fedora by Gergely Rakosi.
Thank you. I have two stuffs. Hi, my name is. It's working now. Okay. Hi, my name is Gergely Rakosi. I'm from Hungary. I'm a Fedora ambassador and a gaming, not master, but it's a gaming guy. In the next presentation, I will show you how you can transform your PC or your Linux to a gaming platform. Yeah, as you can see, this picture is very confused, but I hope most of you recognized the games there. I'm honest, this picture is my favorite, but my wife not allowed to put in the wall at home because I don't know why. Because it looks great, I think. So, as like in the army, this is the brief of this presentation. So we look around the past and the best part of our life, the present, and we look around forward to the future. And the big question is, you should try this or not. I suggest you think about seriously, because it takes time. Okay, I don't want to read it out. You will see. The past. Yes, this is how the gaming platform started. Who knows this game? Yeah, okay, fine. So, and you have this game? I have a secret. Everyone who have Emacs have this game. There is a Easter egg. So if you push escape -X and write it down Pong, then you can start this game. So if you have Emacs, then you can play this game. Okay. Let's go forward. As I say, the present is the best place for us. We are here now. What we know, there are many game engines are released and developed fast. Many game engines. That means the big companies like the Epic, like Crytek, released their engine. We need. Sorry. Yeah. Come on, please. Yes, Unity. We have Unity 2 engine. So we have so many possibilities there are. We need studios who give money for the developers, and they said, hey, here is $1 million, please, coding for me the new Unreal Tournament 5. And, oh, wow, okay, I will do it. So that's what we need. Steam is growing fast. That means, if you look around in Steam, we have more than 2,000 games. 2,000 games. Okay, mostly it's not the 3A ranked games, but games, and it's working. So if someone said, please install Linux for my laptop, but I want to play games, then okay, install your laptop and install Steam, and you can play more than 2,000 games. And Pong, of course. So, the other important is the GPU drivers. Who have AMD card or GPU? One? AMD. Okay. And the others is NVIDIA or Intel? NVIDIA? Okay, NVIDIA. Okay. The fact is the NVIDIA is better for gaming. Some kind of developers, it's how does it say? They kick us our face. This game is only running on NVIDIA. Point. That's the fact. Okay, and of course we have many bleeding edge Linux distribution. For example, Fedora. If you know Fedora, I think you know. But you can choose every other Linux distribution. The main thing, you use open source. That's the main. That's important. Yeah, big names. Who knows these guys? Okay, 1, 2. Okay, who knows these guys or who knows two of them? That means you are almost a good Linux gamer. Dave Taylor, he coding the Doom Linux engine. Ryan C. Gordon, alias Loki, released the Quake Arena engine. And I think Gabe Newell is a known person, so I don't need to talk from him. Okay, both of the two company, Feral and Aspire, are companies, and they release almost every month one Linux game. They released maybe 6 or 8 games, from a year. Okay, the future. The future is, that's what you decide. You want to use open source operating system, you want to play games, or you drop it out from the window and you don't care the gaming and the Linux topic. So it depends on you. Yeah, the big question, is that for me? If you strong enough and you have big patience and you know this movie. You know this movie? No. Whoa, okay. It's a Star Trek parody. I don't know the exact title. Yes, Galaxy Quest. Thank you. It's Galaxy Quest. So this 2 sentences: never give up, never surrender. That's what you need to know. What is our goals? As you can know, we're waiting very, very much the Linux desktop year. There are many DORS which are problematic, and we need to kick that DORS before we kick our heads. So I think the Linux desktop year is here. Just nobody wants to say that year is the Linux desktop year, because everybody's afraid they will be attacked by other companies. Okay, but while we are waiting, I suggest you to try out Linux distributions like Fedora or Linux Mint. Try it out and decide which one is better for you. If you choose Fedora, then you can choose workstation version of Fedora, server version of Fedora, or cloud system. Of course, now we are speaking about workstation, so now we skip the server and the cloud. The other important thing is join the community if you choose Fedora. But this topic, I think, Giannis will held in the next talk. So that's important. The other important thing, we need to start the open source things in schools, because if the students see the open source desktop and open source operating systems, then they will use in the future. If they use any other operating system, then they will use that one. So we need to start in the school and show the students the open source systems. And anyway, if you can coding or you want to translate or speaking or taking a presentation, so just looking for us in Fedora and we can help. So what is Linux desktop? Linux desktop, as I said, I think it's here because we can do almost everything. For example, in Fedora, we can write emails, we can browsing the net, we can play games, we can use graphical programs, we can write music, songs, we can edit videos, we can everything. Or is there someone who wants to say something new? What is Linux desktop? How do you think? What is desktop? What are we waiting for?
It just works.
It just works.
Yeah.
So, if you install an operating system which is working, then we can say the Linux desktop is here.
Yes.
Cool. Then we can reach our goal. So, we are in the middle of the Linux desktop here. Okay, that's fine. Go ahead. Okay. Why Fedora? Because it's very expensive. You can grab DVDs from our booth, but now we are out of stock. So Fedora is a very successful operating system because we don't have any DVDs. We will have DVDs for the Fedora 24.
Yes.
Yes, when?
Mm-hmm.
In June?
July.
July. Okay, July we will have new DVDs. So
Sign up.
sign up. Yeah, really, yeah.
Can you download the ISOs from?
Of course.
Yeah, of course. But it's better if you get a post one day and Fedora DVDs, original Fedora DVD. Okay, why Fedora? There are many interesting people, maybe, or extraordinary people. So, like me, please, thank you. So, there are many interesting and good guys inside Fedora community. It's a very, very fast installation distribution. Last time I installed Fedora to 30 minutes. Yeah.
Right.
So it takes no time.
How much? You said 13?
Yes? No. 13.
If it's 13 looks okay, sounds okay.
Yeah, okay.
But not 30.
No, 13.
13, yeah.
Yeah. So, it means 13 minutes. It means 30 minutes. That means 30 minutes.
Okay.
So, like a McDonald's or...
You don't have to wait for a century to get your dish served.
Yes, thank you.
But the other part is still right. Feels nice at the time, but you hate yourself later.
No, why would you hate fast food? Fast food is nice.
That's my experience with McDonald's.
That's a different kind of fast food. Anyways.
Okay, I will delete this sentence. Okay. Yeah, it's the bad part, software requirements for gaming. So you need an operating system, for example, Fedora with working 3D option. We need kernel headers, Wine source code, and the GPU driver. Source code or not, this is a big question, but usually if you use the NVIDIA closed driver, then it's working like a charm. Okay, the GPU driver needs to download from the developer's homepage. So if you have an NVIDIA, then NVIDIA.com. If you have EMD, then EMD.com. The big question is closed or open source driver. I don't know how is it working, the open source driver, because many of games not working on it. But the closed source driver is working. So I prefer the closed driver. And then if you have a family, if you have a company, or you are an entrepreneur, you have kids, then buy a something box, PS3, Xbox, or etc. And you will be happier. Okay, hardware requirements. So, the gaming is expensive games. Expensive game. So if you want to play games, then you need very good hardware. That means the CPU, the GPU, memory, for example, SSD for the fast loading stuffs. So it's not too cheap thing if you want to do that on Linux. Okay, what is our opportunities? There are free games in Fedora which are downloadable with DNF. So it's a simple command. We will see that example. You can buy games from the developers. You can emulate games. For example, DOSBox or MAME. Or you can run Windows games with Wine. You can find games on Humble Bundle. Of course, we have Steam on Linux. Anyway, we have Steam, Windows on Linux.
We even have an operating system.
Yes.
But we are not talking about this right now.
Yeah. We have Desura. We have some of Kickstarter projects. And we have CryEngine, Unreal Engine, Unity Engine, etc. So, I think we have many of tools in our hands. We need to decide which one we want to use. Almost everything. Anyway. So, native free games you can install with this command. It's simple. Like a hell, DNF install and the game name. That's all. And you can play any of those games. If you want to buy games from the developers, then you need to find the developer's homepage, and usually you can find the buy option, but these prices are most highest, so it's better if you look these games in Steam. You can run those games. I think everybody knows these games. Lost Vikings and Dune, Aladdin, so etc. Okay, MAME is the emulated games. So first you need to install the emulator and then the ROMs, and you can play simple arcade games. You can play Sony PlayStation 2 games, so that's the other way for gaming. Yes, and the huge, most of the games runnable with Wine. So first you need to download Wine. If you want to download from the source, then you need to compile it, or you can download the Wine from with DNF from the repository of Fedora. If you install Wine, then you can play 3 A-ranked games, as you can see outside of the Fedora booth. If you are a coder or programmer, then you can easily debug Wine. I not really know just one thing. If you debug Wine, then your computer is really slowly down. So, okay, what you need if you use Wine? There is a Wine configuration tool. You give this command winecfg, and you can configure the settings, the display settings, the sound settings, and you can configure pre-configured application settings. That means if you have a Mortal Kombat game on your PC, then you can separate the settings for that game and the other game. So you can change the Windows version, for example. If Mortal Kombat, for example, Mortal Kombat Combat Edition is not running on Windows XP, just Windows 7. So you need to add the application and set the Windows version to Windows 7. That's all. Registry. It's a simple registry editor. Sometimes you need to add DirectX keys, and you need to use this option. If you want to easier run games, then you can find on the net the Play on Linux installer. The only problem, if you use Play on Linux, then you don't know what's happening with the program if you run it. For example, if you run the program and it's quit somehow. If you run Play on Linux, then you don't know why quit. But if you run in the command line with Wine, then you can find which part of the Wine is not really good for that game. For example, missing one DLL or missing one system file. Humble Bundle. Humble Bundle is almost the same like Steam, but there are not really a good web shop. It's mostly monthly action package. They have monthly action package with about games. So you pay, for example, $5 for 10 games, but if you pay $7, then you get more than 10 games, but only for a short time and not always. So they have actions. Okay, Steam Linux. Steam Linux is evolving, growing, and not only a web shop. If you find a game which are not released yet, you can access in green light, and you can give a vote for that. You want to see that game in Steam. So if you're interested in games, then you look around and you find a sympathetic games, then you check it, and if they get enough vote, then this game will be released in Steam. The problem with Steam is you can easily spend your money. So just 5 or 10 clicks and you spend maybe $50 or more. So it's not really fun. how you can install Steam on Fedora? You have 3 options. You can install it from Spot repository. You can download the zip files from a Steam homepage. And of course, you need to extract the file and put the files in the right place. Or you can install from the RPM Fusion repository. Okay, how you can install Steam with Wine? That means you have a working Steam on Linux, but the Steam is the Windows version. So you can play Windows games on Linux. First you need to install Wine, then install Steam with Wine and use that options. And then you can play whatever games what you want. Okay, Desura. Desura is almost like the Steam, but it's mostly concentrate the smaller games. So I'm not really happy about Desura because it's the games which are in Desura we can easily find in Fedora repository. So it's almost the same. Okay, Kickstarter project. It takes time while you are look around games on Kickstarter, and if you send your money, it's not sure that game will be released or developed. So I'm not really happy about Kickstarter project too. But who has money? Then okay. Okay, what we have? We have Unreal Engine. But we have no games yet, just demos. We have CryEngine, and it's developing, sorry. And of course Unigine 2. And Steambox, I don't know, here is, we can buy Steambox here or not? Because in Hungary there is no contributor for that. Alienware is reachable for the okay. In Hungary there is no reachable version of the Steambox, so I don't know nothing about that. So what is the conclusion? I think the open source operating system reached the coders, developers' expectation because they use open source systems. So the first step, checked. I think there isn't a question like, can I play XY games on Linux? Checked. The only problem is what we talk. If someone want to use operating system, free open source operating system, they need technical help because sometimes it's hard to set up your operating system for gaming. So that's the main problem. And it's not gaming related, but I think we need to solve LibreOffice and MS Office compatibility things. Yes, and +1 we can do on Fedora, for example. So Fedora has many faces. Okay, you can reach me at these addresses, Skype or SoundCloud or email or YouTube. So if you have a question, just ask me and I'll try to answer it. Thank you for your attention and